Hello Capricorn, this is Sincere Tarot where you get the raw honest truth. Welcome to your October 2019 reading. So I'm just going to start off with the absolute major astrological events. I'm going to skim over some of the minor ones and then I'll pull some cards from two different decks and we'll see how it's all going to come together. So during the first week on the 3rd, we have got a forward motion on change as Pluto is direct in Capricorn, and also communication transformation as Mercury enters Scorpio. On the 4th, we have a relationship drive as Mars enters Libra. Later in the week, or at the start of the second week, on the 8th, love gets saucy as Venus enters Scorpio. During the second week, on the 13th, we are closing out fiery chapters as the Sun is sextile in Jupiter, and there is a full moon in Aries. On the 3rd week, there is a spotlight on secrets and change as the Sun enters Scorpio. And lastly, on the final week of the month, on the 27th, there are intense new beginnings as Mars is square with Saturn and there is a new moon in Scorpio. Lastly, the only major retrograde of the month, on the 31st, feeling communication slows as there is a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. All right, so I am going to first pull some cards from my Tarot of the Cat deck. I'm going to pull 4 cards representing the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week of the month. And then I'm going to pull an energy card from my Thoth deck, and make sure you stick around till the end where you pick your own destiny card. So I've already shuffled both cards off camera. I'm just shuffling a little bit more. Okay. Interesting. Just give me a moment. All right, so during the first week, we have got the 9 of Swords. So the swords are often a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, and this also might be part of what drives the forward motion on change and communication transformation on the 3rd, as Pluto is direct in Capricorn and Mercury enters Scorpio. But essentially we've got someone who is very disappointed, who's worked very hard and struggled a lot and sacrificed a lot. And right now you're thinking, or this person very close to you is thinking, was it all worth it? What was the point of it? Why have I been trying to work so hard when you might not feel like you have much to show for it? So it's definitely a lot of disappointment, maybe a bit of an existential crisis, not really feeling if your purpose is worthy. So that would be a lot of mental disappointment. During the second week, however, we have got the 3 of Wands. So the Wands could possibly be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius influence. Also, it likely has to do with on the 13th where you're closing up fiery chapters as the Sun is sextile in Jupiter and there's a full moon in Aries. You could be closing up new chapters and have picked a new goal. You have accomplished some very good goals in the past. You are experienced and you have picked a new goal. This may cause a bit of surprise, possibly a bit of shock to some people around you, but you are very determined. You are very confident. You have a lot of knowledge as well, a lot of wisdom to support yourself, even though, definitely a lot of wisdom, and you carry yourself well. However, okay, please make sure you stick around to the end for the Destiny card, okay, because that's the best part when it comes to giving advice about how to deal with some of these difficult times. On the 3rd week, we've got the 10 of Swords. Again, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence, and this could possibly be in line with, on the 23rd, we've got a spotlight on secrets and change as the Sun enters Scorpio. So who knows, this could be a secret. This could just be a big change, something coming to light. But man, it is something that hits you hard. It's almost like it comes out of nowhere. It's extremely painful. There's going to be a part of you that's trying to deny that it's happening, but it's so big and so difficult and painful that you pretty much can't. You're just going to go into survival instinct, get your guard up, get your walls up, do what you can to scrape yourself off the ground. But what you will not be able to see during the third week as well is that this also creates a space for like a very new beginning, a new opportunity with everything that happens, even the difficult things. It does create a new beginning. You just won't be able to see it at the time. And that does potentially line up on the 27th, where we've got intense new beginnings as Mars is square in Saturn and there is a new moon in Scorpio, okay? So it's one of the most types of intense new beginnings that you can have. And on the fourth week, this does lead to, on the fourth week, we've got the Two of Swords. Again, possible Gemini, Libra, Aquarius influence. It is a choice that you will have to make, a choice that has come from the disappointment in the first week, the pain in the third week. You are going to have to make a choice. And it's a hard choice because there are around the same amount of pros and cons. So it's like apples and oranges. How are you supposed to pick? I mean, you know, they're two different, but they're kind of same. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but essentially it's like, yeah, the same amount of pros and cons. So it is a difficult choice to make, but you will be faced with a choice at the end of the month. All right, let's see what our energy card is, and make sure you stick around for your destiny card where you pick your own destiny card, okay? So you use your own intuition for that. All right, Capricorn energy card. Once more. This totally lines up with something pretty intense happening during the third week. Intense new beginnings are not always fun. Sometimes they are lined with pain. Sometimes it's a lot of pain and suffering that will force us to make the necessary changes. And I'm sorry, but this is not going to be a fun month for you. Your energy card is the Tower. Now, one of the good things about the Tower, I shouldn't be laughing, sorry. One of the good things about the Tower is that the universe will take away things that will not serve you in the long run. So sometimes we hold on to old habits, old relationships, things that really do not serve us. They do not help our growth. They hinder us and they hold us back. And sometimes we're in denial and we don't want to make the necessary changes that deep down we know we need to make. But at some point the universe is like, you know what, you're not going to make this change. I'm going to change everything for you. And they pull the rug out from underneath us and they force us to, like, it's almost like it's out of our control in a way. And that's definitely how you're going to feel. And that really does line up again on the 27th, intense new beginnings, okay? Mars square in Saturn, new moon in Scorpio. So it might be around then. It could also be lined up a little bit with on the 13th where you're closing up Fury chapters and moving on to new. But yeah, you're going to feel powerless. You're going to feel a lack of control. Definitely going to feel like things are out of your control. You're definitely going to feel negative emotion. You're going to feel like you don't have a say, like things are happening without your consent. But you will be faced. All of this is going to lead you to a choice that you will have to make at the end of the month, okay? Pick a destiny card, 1, 2, or 3. What feels right to you? Destiny card, destiny card. Okay, so if you picked 1 for your destiny card, you have the Hanged Man. Okay, so one of the good things about the Hanged Man is that, well, the thing is, humans were a funny species. Even though we could have become enlightened without suffering, we have this silly little habit of needing to suffer to actually gain enlightenment, because it forces us to really get to the raw core truth of things. When we go through difficult times, it forces us to actually take a big step back and look at things clearly, really figure out what our core values are, really figure out what's meaningful and what's important to us. We really have to look at the big picture when suffering gets big. And you are definitely going to by this month, at least by the final week, acceptance of where you are, acceptance of the way that things are, acceptance of your position. And it's actually when you give up that resistance that you are going to become enlightened and at peace, and when you can finally let go. So what you resist persists. And I think that, you know, if you picked one for your destiny card, then you are going to give up your resistance and things will get better. You will just, acceptance and allowing is going to really help you relax and just feel more at peace and more calm. And then, so that's the first step to you actually ending your suffering, is accepting your suffering. Seems a bit odd, doesn't it? If you pick 2, we've got the 5 of discs. Worry. You're definitely stressed. It could also, I mean, it's likely you, but I know it's you, but it could also have something to do with another Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. You're going to be stressed. You're not going to know your place in life. You're not going to know maybe even where you're going to be living or where you're going to move, how you're going to survive, how you're going to make money, how you're going to support yourself, work, literally like just so many of those things that we need to survive. I think that's really going to be coming to a heel on the 3rd week, when everything kind of blows. Yep. So you're going to be stressed, but it's part of the process. I hate to say it. And you know what? It's a pretty normal reaction when things begin to fall apart, to be stressed out, to worry. It's part of why humans have survived so long, because if our ancient ancestors saw a lion and we weren't stressed out, those are the ones that got eaten and they didn't survive, right? So it was our ancestors were the ones that freaked out and ran away and reproduced, and that's why we're here right now, okay? So just know that you are going to feel stressed, you are going to worry, but also know that that's part of our survival mechanism, and if you didn't have that worry, you wouldn't be here right now. So I know this is going to sound maybe kind of weird, but you might, sometimes it helps if you think of it that way, and then you can maybe be a little bit appreciative of the worry, because we wouldn't exist if we didn't worry, right? It doesn't necessarily help us all of the time, but if we didn't, it's better to have it than not have it, or we'd be dead. So, but please take it easy on yourself this month, especially if you pick 2. If you picked 3, like, wow, I don't know if I could do this. We've got the Empress. You are just going to be holding your shit together. The best part of you is going to rise to the surface. It could also be an Aries influence in your life as well, possibly a female Aries, helping you keep your shit together. And like, one of the things I love about Aries is they're very forward-thinking, positive thinkers. They never really focus on a problem so long they're like, boom, solution. So I think that, if you do have a positive Aries around you, definitely keep them around you, definitely talk to them, get advice. But you might want to get that Aries attitude, that, thinking about all the strengths and the skills that you do have. If you picked 3, you are going to be doing that. Like, the best, most self-controlled, regal part of you is going to shine through, okay? I just picked this up just to see like what the residual energy was from the month before, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there is like new hope. There is, forward motion, a new start in regards to possibly like with where you live and how you're going to make money, how you're going to survive. And there is like a new opportunity from the previous month, and that energy has bled into this month. And I think that is, especially if you pick 2, it's something you're going to be stressed about, but there still is like new opportunity. And for you to take advantage of this new opportunity, things sometimes do have to fall apart. Sometimes people won't see new opportunities because they're still on the old path, but this old path is going to be completely wiped out and destroyed. So you're going to be really changing your direction in a more positive direction, okay? When things aren't working out, the universe will take that away so that it forces you to go into a positive direction. And I know that's going to be really hard for you to hear that right now and understand it, but I promise you, if you watch this video again after October, you're going to realize that, it did happen for a reason, and sometimes there's always a silver lining, and sometimes a golden lining, okay? Please take care of yourself this month, and please definitely take care of yourself. Take it easy on yourself. All the best, and if you would like like, share, and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Comment below, please tell me what's going on. I'm super curious, and I love to hear your comments so much. They really do mean a lot. And if you would like a private reading, you are more than welcome to email me at contact@sinceretarot.co.uk, and take care of yourself this month. See you later. Bye.